So I want to suggest a few changes, internal and external. I saw a few people suggest tonight and over the last few days that the Yankees should just pack it in and sell. I don't think that's going to happen. Are they playing well? No. But this team has had stretches where they've been impressive, and you still got Judge and Soto. They're still in a playoff position, so they're not going to subtract. They're going to add. There was a lot of talk about the pressure on Brian Cashman tonight. And you're damn right, there should be. He has been utterly unable to produce a competent baseball team despite nearly unlimited resources. I don't think he have ever been allowed to rebuild this team. They're going to try and win while they have Judge and Soto. But they're going to need changes, both internal and external. I've been thinking more about the trade deadline, and I keep going back to one guy in my mind, Ryan McMahon. I'll tell you why. We all know that there's been a massive lack of production from the leadoff spot and from the cleanup spot. Dead last in the major leagues in OPS from the cleanup spot entering tonight, 586. And Wells went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks tonight in the cleanup spot. So the Yankees need to solidify those two spots before they can even consider themselves a contender to get themselves out of this rut. We might get Giancarlo back soon, but I still view him as a number 5 hitter because I don't want Judge and Stanton hitting back-to-back in the lineup. It's too similar. They're the same size. You can get them out the same way with sliders down and away. I don't want them going back-to-back. You got to squeeze somebody in between there. As I said last night, I think Dominguez fits in at the leadoff spot because he's a switch hitter, he takes pitches, and he's fast. Which means we're in the familiar position of needing a middle-of-the-order bat who can hit from the left side, and it would be better if he could play third base, maybe second base. And Ryan McMahon, I believe, is the perfect fit. Left-handed, check. Plays third base, check. Productive, 118 OPS, 2.9 WAR, or 118 OPS plus, 2.9 WAR. So, check. He's hitting 270, 356 on-base percentage, 14 home runs. The only issue is that the Rockies are notoriously difficult to trade with. They always overestimate how good they are. They hang on to their players. And, given how far back they've fallen, I mean, it's just idiotic to not trade any resources you can to try and get better in the future. They're 37-65. They're 24 games out. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're going nowhere fast. And I'm sure that McMahon's agent is probably calling up that GM and saying, hey, my guy's in his prime. He's 29 years old. He wants to play for a winner. So don't be surprised if they pull some strings and he ends up getting traded. I think it'd be a perfect fit for the Yankees. The question is, what would the Rockies ask for? And honestly, I think you could get him for a reasonable price. I don't think they're going to have to deal Spencer Jones to get him, nor Jason Dominguez. Nothing probably top 5 in the system. You can probably get him for some mid-level guys, and you got to do it. His swing would definitely play well in Yankee Stadium. One criticism is that Rockies players kind of, they play worse on the road than they do at home, but that's not true of him. 804 OPS at home, 790 on the road. So basically the same. 7 home runs both home and away. Roughly even. And I don't think he'll be negatively affected by moving to the Bronx. So, as a matter of fact, you move a veteran to a team that has a chance to win, a lot of times they get better. So, if you make that deal and you get back Stanton and you bring back Dominguez, this is what the lineup looks like. Dominguez in left, batting leadoff. Soto in right, batting second. Judge batting third and center. McMahon batting fourth at third base. Stanton batting fifth at DH. Wells, your catcher, batting sixth. Volpe seventh at short. Rice eighth at first. And then Torres or Vivas or whoever they get for second base batting ninth. And that's it. That's a solid lineup. It's righty-lefty all the way up and down. It's got some power. Now, injuries could happen. And also, Rice isn't doing much right now either. He might need some more time in AAA. Rice is now hitting 196. So, he's hit some home runs, but wouldn't blame the Yankees if they sent him down at some point when, Rizzo came back. Even though I don't think Rizzo's going to give you much more. What happens to Verdugo in that scenario? He takes over Grisham's role as the fourth outfielder. What happens to Grisham? Who cares? Do you replace Gleyber Torres? I'd like to, but it's more important to fix the leadoff spot, cleanup spot, third base. You still need bullpen help. You still need someone who can miss bats and take over the closer role. But just by adding McMahon, Dominguez, Stanton, possibly a second baseman, the lineup gets a lot more functional. As for the bullpen, if there's one place that I actually trust the Yankees, it's picking up some bullpen pieces. We've had some guys that didn't work out. Caleb Ferguson, obviously Victor Martinez, things like that. But, Tonkin, Tim Hill. Well, Tim Hill got hit hard tonight, but the Yankees have found some diamonds in the rough, and I think they can do it again.